I'm Jon Andersen. Meet my co-hosts, Nick Best and Akim Williams. We're going to have some amazing guests on the show. Buckle up tight, because we're going to be talking about the shit you're not supposed to be talking about. We're going to be discussing anything and everything it takes to become a Legend of Iron.
Legends of Iron is brought to you by MuscleMeds, the creator of Nitro Tests. Nitro Test is hands down the most fucking kick-ass pre-workout on the market. The question is, can you fucking handle it?
Welcome to another edition of Legends of Iron. I am Jon Andersen, and joining me always my partners in crime, Nick Best and Akim Williams. Akim just got back from a trip overseas, so I think it was India, so he's a little tired, so forgive him if he's a little quiet today, but he's here. He's here. We have got a killer show for him. I'm saying killer. I'm talking crazy, because this fucking guest is a crazy motherfucker. But he is a bona fide, strong, crazy motherfucker. Started off young, lifting weights with his dad. Became extremely strong. Went into powerlifting just 3 fucking months in powerlifting. He totaled over 2,000 pounds at the body weight of 220, which puts him, I believe, top 3, possibly top 5 of all time, just after 3 fucking months of powerlifting. But that's not it. He's now moved on into the entertainment world. He does some of the craziest goddamn stunts you've ever seen. This is a guy who has bench pressed 500 pounds, doing a beer bong, and if that's not enough, in a moving vehicle with the weights on fire, Huck Finn, my fucking brother, welcome to the show. What is going down?
You just reached one crazy son of a bitch. What's going on, Jon Andersen?
Oh man, we're happy to have you here, man.
I'm on the pre-workout and vodka right now for the show.
That's
I got to train. I got to train right after the show, so I got my Let's Get Stupid in my cup with mixed with a little vodka. Do a back workout right after the show.
I love it. I love it. Well, brother, we talked a little bit when I was on your podcast, and so what I want you to do is explain to everybody. See, you were benching 400 pounds as a junior in high school, so you have always been the big fucking swinging dick. So help us understand the timeline. You just started off as a big, strong motherfucker, beating people down with that big dick of yours, and you're still doing it. Give us the timeline from benching 400 pounds as a junior until now.
So it all started about 8th grade. I come home from football practice. My old man is a construction worker. He played college football, was always big into weight training, always trained, always drank, always had a good time. All right. So after football practice one day in 8th grade, he takes the coffee table out of the living room, moves in a weight bench, proceeds to show me how to bench press and how to lift weights. So 3 days a week after practice, I'd go right from football practice right to the living room where he'd be drinking pass or ribbon, and he'd teach me how to bench press. So I was probably bench pressing, I think, somewhere in the hundreds, 95 pounds, I remember to begin with, whatever, building up. And he'd always tell me, build the chest, fuck the rest. So I'd always have that kind of motto, build the chest, fuck the rest, which I eventually put on a t-shirt, sold a bunch of them. And then proceed to go into high school. I go into high school, and I remember as a freshman, I think I benched. We always had these lift-a-thons. So people would come and see, like the whole school would see everybody train and bench in front of everybody. So my freshman year, I benched 235. And then my sophomore year, I pretty much out-benched everybody. I think it was like 315 or 325 as a sophomore. I was like 15 years old, but couldn't even fucking drive. And then a junior, I benched 405, 4 plates. And then senior year, they didn't let me in it. And I went to the state meet with Ernie Franz, because I didn't want to raise the amount of money you had to be in to get in a lift-a-thon. So I said, well, if I'm going to raise this money, I'll just go compete in the APF with Ernie Franz. So I went out there, had no idea what I was doing, wore a wrestling singlet, and this was 1999 or 2000. and everybody's walking around, like a mummy with their suits on. And that was when I really got introduced to powerlifting, hardcore powerlifting. I saw a guy, I don't know what he took there, maybe 700 pounds, hit his head, cracked his head open, it's bleeding everywhere. And I'm like, motherfucker, I love this. So that kind of got me started. And then I, had a lot of colleges looking at me because I was a really good football player in high school. I was all state in high school. And I was really dumb. So I got a 15 on my ACT, which is
join the
my
club, brother.
counselor.
Join the club. I'm there with you.
Yeah. So my guidance counselor told me, I remember her bringing my back in her office and saying that a monkey could do goddamn barn cats getting out of control. That a monkey could do better than that. And that was like my fourth time taking it. So I was going to go to junior college and play football. Because after 1 year, your ACT score goes away. So that was kind of the plan. And then this one crazy coach down in like Southern Illinois area said, hey, I could get you in if you want to play down here, Finn. I said, I'm in. Then I don't have to find an apartment, whatever. So I went to a little school called McMurray for a year, which I kicked ass at. Was the only freshman to start on the football team. Ended up cutting my pinky off right before the last game of the year there. So I cut this pinky off, lifting weights.
Oh, mercy. Look at that.
Yeah.
Talk about a visual. You're not fucking around, brother.
And,
how did you do that?
Hospital. I got a
tell the story.
Dumbbells. So I was benching with dumbbells, 100-pound dumbbells maybe, and there's two on the ground, and I let them down like this, and somehow got caught like a guillotine between them.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Oh.
I thought I just pinched my finger, and I thought it was my fingernail. I'm like, fuck, that's my fingernail. I just broke my fingernail. I look at it again. It was the bone hanging out. I was like, oh, shit. So I go up to my football coach, and I had my hand like this. Say, hey, coach, I cut my finger. And he thought I was just fucking around because I'm an idiot. And I said, no, you better look at it. And I go like that, and then he almost starts vomiting everywhere. So they took me to the doctor, the doc at the time, which was the athletic trainer, and then they took me to the emergency room. Some guy that looked like Fire Marshal Bill sewed it back on. And I said, hey, could you sew that on backwards so my fingernail grows out the other way? And he would have none of that. So they sewed it back on, and it was down to that knuckle here is where they sewed it. I ended up going to practice that day with nothing but my hospital gown on, no underwear on, my whole asshole hanging out. And I remember walking to practice and everybody just laughing at me, I said, hey, coach, not going to let me play this week. I cut my finger off. And that was the end of my time there. And I went back home after that semester was over and was going to transfer to Northern Illinois University, which I had been talked with these guys for a long time. And I was just supposed to go to community college, continue to get my grades up, and I could transfer in. Grades went downhill, and I think it was 2 years of college. I had to go another year, and my grades never went back up. So it was the end of my playing days after that. So, and the best part was that pinky I recut off again. Probably 3 months down the road in the weight room, I'm doing single arm pull downs, and my other hand was sticking out, and the lat pull down machine, the weights came up, hit that, and shot it across the room because the tip had turned black, and I thought it had gangrene, and that's a whole nother story. It ended up not being gangrene. So we still have the pinky tip at my dad's house. I picked it up, finished my workout, and we take a shot of wild turkey out of it every year for Thanksgiving. So and we just did it a couple weeks ago.
Hardcore, brother. Straight up fucking hardcore. Jesus Christ. You also talk about loving to make people laugh. When did that start? Did that start when you were young?
Ever since I can remember. I was a class clown, obviously, all through high school. I just like making people laugh. And that's just by my personality. So I kind of, took that into the fitness industry too. Because you see a lot of these guys in the fitness industry, and a lot of them are like talking like a brick wall. They're not very charismatic. They don't talk that much. I always like to have a good time. I like to train hard, but at the same time, have a good time as well. So.
Yeah. So real quick, lead us through the part where you kind of got somebody discovered you, said, oh my God, this guy could be the best in the world. 3 months later, you trained for 3 months and then went and totaled, which puts you in the top. Is it 3, forgive me, or 5 of all time?
I think at the time it was like top 3. I think it's still top 10. I don't know. I mean, there's been a lot of huge numbers now.
Crazy fucking shit. So in 3 months, take us through that. So somebody says, holy shit, this, as you call yourself, self-proclaimed hillbilly, this hillbilly could be best in the world. Talk us from what happened from there?
So from like when I fell out of college for like 8 years, I pretty much just trained all the time because that made me feel like football still, like training with the guys was still, but I just trained locally. And I'd get drunk a lot and I'd have fun with women, with everything. Just kind of pretty crazy. I settled down into my late 20s and, I'm having a baby, so I can't drink all the time. I can't do this. So I'm fucking focused just on training. So I'm training and, I don't know, I'm benching somewhere in the mid 4s, upper 4s. Squat 600, 700, whatever. And this is at just a local gym, and the guy's like, God damn, you could be like the best in the world. What are you doing? I said, it's just what I do. I just come train. I don't even know anything about getting in a powerlifting. I don't know nothing. And Ernie Lowbridge calls me up and asks, hey, you want to come down and train with me? Well, this was after, I don't know if you guys know a guy named, can't remember his name.
It's not narrowing it down.
God damn it. Craig Turkowski. He was the first guy to ever bench like 700, 800 pounds in a suit.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
I trained with Craig at the local gym when I moved, and then he kind of got me going into it, and then Ernie got on to me after that, and then I went and started training with Ernie and the rest of the Lowbridges and all those guys. And, just kind of out of the blue, I just fell into it.
The 3 months, you trained with these guys for 3 months, and you went and set this huge total over 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, I was I pretty much there. My squat, my deads weren't as dialed in as they were until I got with those guys. They dialed me in there better, and yeah, that was it. Boom. And then it just kind of snowballed from there. Shortly after that, I kind of started an Instagram account because of I had a sponsor, just a local supplement store. They wanted me to get on Instagram. And I said, ain't that for fucking women? That's like pictures and shit. I ain't getting on there. And they're like, God, no, just get on there. All right. I had no idea how to run it. So I had my buddy Tom Callis, was write my captions and shit for me, and I'd copy and paste them on shit. And kind of just started going from there. And
Callis is the guy that does a lot of this crazy shit with you, correct?
Yeah, I've known Callis since he was like 15 years old. So now he's 29 or something. So he's a lot younger than me, but I kind of taught him the ways, and he's grown up, and he's got lots of all-time world records. He's a good squatter.
Yeah.
So but anyways, yeah, Callis has helped me out through that because I didn't know what I was doing. Then I kind of did. And I remember I put out me benching 500 pounds. It's not getting many views. I said, oh, that's fucking weird. There's not many people at my weight that can do this kind of bench. Right? Like nobody. So I don't know how this is not getting any views. So one night I'm sitting up in a tower. I'm a prison guard too. So I'm sitting up in a tower one night in overtime. And he's sitting there. I'm looking out, and I'm thinking, I'm writing shit down. I'm like, what am I good at, Well, I'm good at bench pressing, and I'm good at fucking lifting weights and drinking beer. So let's combine the bench press and beer. So I bench pressed 500 pounds and then did a beer bong at the same time. And I remember going to the gym, and I asked my buddy Barzine, he's a big power lifter. I said, hey, Barzine, do you think you could spot me here? This is the plan. He goes, what are you doing? I said, don't worry. This is, I'm a professional, pal. And, I fucking bench it like nothing. Beer bongs choking me going down my mouth. And, that kind of went out, and that kind of started started kind of Huck Finn barbell. You know, started the videos and the stupid stuff and crazy shit.
So you're actually, when you're doing these 500-pound presses with a beer bong in your mouth, you're actually taking that shit down in the middle of the movement. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, it's fucking nuts. And there was no, it was a one take only. I'm not doing 2 takes. So, it's got to be done. It's either I die here or we fucking do it. So I usually two takes.
That's it. I mean, that's always the way it works best. You can't have a plan B. A plan B fucks up plan A, you know?
No, exactly. Because every time I do plan A, if it works, it's great. If it doesn't work, sometimes it's even better, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm a one take guy, you know? We're doing one take only, baby. But yeah, that's kind of how it all started. And then, you know, I started getting out, like Fox Sports was picking up a bunch of my videos, and Barstool Sports and Bleacher Report did an article on me, and just kind of all kinds of shit just started happening, you know. It's just being myself pretty much.
It's the best, brother. And I've heard you say multiple times now, basically, you get paid to drink.
Yeah, it's great. That's what I was telling these guys. I get paid to drink beer. That's been my lifelong goal. I go out to these events and drink beer with people. They pay me. Holy fuck!
Most of
Have you
us
contacted any of the breweries?
Yeah, that's fucking great, man. I love it.
Yeah, so I had a 6-page spread in Muscle and Fitness 2 years ago, something like that. And there was a big. I talked about all my drinking and training and all this, and mentioned Miller Lite a bunch of times. I reach out to Miller Lite. Muscle and Fitness reaches out to Miller Lite, and those cocksuckers didn't send me shit. So, like, fuck you guys. I'm going to fucking find another beer.
Dude, this is the best because the three of us, me, myself, Nick, and Akim, we get paid to lift weights. You take it another step further. You get paid to get drunk and lift weights. That's like a whole different level of fucking, I mean, that's a level of development the world's never seen before.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
No, it's crazy that I get paid to drink beer and lift weights. And it's something I would do for free, but now I get paid money to do it. I mean, I'm living in a fucking hillbilly's dream right now, you know? Fuck, I was lifting in a goddamn shed.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
So, hey, do you remember Lee Moran? Do you remember who Lee Moran is?
Moran? I don't think I know that name.
Lee Moran, he's the first guy to squat over 1,000 pounds. And he did it drunk.
Oh, God.
He lived up in,
no shit.
Yeah, he did it up in the Bay Area. There's video of it. The first time he's setting up and the bar's sitting there wobbling like this, the weights fall off. It goes flying left. It goes flying right. It goes all over the place. And he would drink a case of beer before he squatted like that.
That's insane. I love that kind of shit.
Yeah. And so he comes back. They reload it. He comes back and he nails it. But it was
I'll look that
crazy.
guy up.
He drank a case of beer right before he did that.
That's got to be like one of your ancestors, Huck, right there.
Yeah, it's got to be related to me. So I did something similar to that at what was that, a Icon Meals event. They flew us down there about 2 years ago. I was with Michael Hurd, and we had a meet and greet type thing, and so all in this kind of booth area. I was the only guy to bring a case of beer on ice with me with my own cooler. And I sat there from 11 a.m. till 5 o'clock and drank over a case of beer. And all those guys are like, well, we're going to Destination Dallas now to train. We'll see you tomorrow, Huck. I said, no, I'll see you guys tonight. What? They think, I'm not going to train with them because I just drank a case of beer. Hell no, I probably drank 30, 40 beers. I don't even know. I said I drank 50, but I guarantee I drank over 30. And I went over there, and Heath Evans was spotting me. And I started like 135, 225, and I'm dizzy now. I'm laying down, and I'm not feeling good. And I take 315 kind of crooked. And I told Heath, I go, fuck, I can't do this. Because I told him I was going to bench 500, you know. He's like, don't be a pussy, let's go. You got this. I said, all right, let's fucking go. And I just went off. And I ended up benching 500 there, and Mike hit me over the head with a steel chair. And 500, and I fucking ate a bunch of beer cans, and shit's going everywhere. But it was fucking awesome. It was one of my biggest feats of strength ever was to drink that much beer and then bench, over 500 pounds.
Dude, you bench 500 pounds. I mean, you've done it beer bong. You've done it in the back of a moving vehicle with I think the weights were on fire. What other, I mean, shit. Talk to us about some of your crazy stunts, dude.
Well, let's see. Another one with benching would be, I did 225 pounds for like 50 or 60 reps in the back of a pickup truck, going through a Taco Bell drive-through, order number 3 with a Baja Blast. That was big. And that was like, it was like 20 degrees out there. So I got in the truck and my whole body started cramping up, both pecs, triceps, everything was cramping. But, you know, I eat that taco and I got a lot better after that. That was huge. I ice skated. It was negative 15 below zero. Ice skated, deadlifted 500 pounds on ice skates. Never ice skated before in my life till that night.
Dude, that's a hammy waiting to pop right there. Holy shit.
I got out the ice and we took like 3 hours to set this up. And I said, there ain't no way I can't even ice skate. There's no way I can even deadlift on skates. And I found a way. We did it. And then I squatted. This is one of my first videos. I squatted 300-400 pounds on rollerblades. And I dumped the weight the first time, almost killed myself. Second time, I took it again because I didn't want it to beat me. Nothing's going to beat me, you know. I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker. You're not beating me today. Let's give me a beer. Let's get right back on the goddamn horse.
Question.
I did that. I benched the GOAT 108 times to break the curse of the Cubs World Series. And they put that on the pregame show.
I love it, dude.
I got on there, and they cut out like my favorite part. I got on there, and I said, this is for all you fat, out of shape, Cleveland sweat hogs out there. Let me show you what a Cub fan looks like. And then I deadlifted like 500 pounds and was hitting empty beer cans with a baseball bat with the other arm, doing it one arm, you know, and shit. Yeah, and that was awesome because the Cubs are like one of my favorite, you know, teams of all time, the Chicago Cubs, and they hadn't won a World Series in 108 years. So to get on like Game 5, the pregame show was huge. I remember watching it in my basement, just getting drunk.
Yeah, you were before we got started. You were talking about a stunt that he did. What was that? What was your favorite one you were talking about?
Say it again. My favorite stunt.
I'm talking to Akim, one of our hosts here. What you were talking about something that he did before we got in the air. What was that? What was the stunt you're referencing? The one you liked, brother?
The ice skating one was pretty insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. That ice skating one, I can remember it was the night before I went to the LA Fit Expo, and I wanted a good video before I went to LA, and it was like 9 o'clock at night on this pond. It was fucking terrible. It was a bad idea, but it worked out good.
It was a pond. It was a pond, so that fucking thing could have broke through, and you could have ended up in the bottom of the fucking lake. Is that correct?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Or if you dropped the weight, yeah.
That makes it. That's even a better story. Jesus Christ, I thought it was on like a goddamn ice skating rink. The real danger was dropping that weight and the whole thing going under.
Yeah, and the ice skates were 3 sizes too small. I could barely get my feet in them. I think they were women's ice skates or some shit.
Well, that's probably helped.
Yeah,
actually, that probably helped you with your balance. Yeah.
When you're doing something like that, what's going through your mind though before you even start to attempt something like that? What's that mindset like? What are you thinking about?
You got to have no fear.
Great question, Doc.
Yeah, you can't have like I fear nothing. The only thing I fear is carnival workers and nuclear warfare. So I just go out there and I fucking do it. I got to do it. If I don't, then I'm just the nerd they say I am. So I got to go out there and hit it.
Are you? How many beers deep are you when you get cracking on these things? Because like you said, it took you 3 hours to set it up. I imagine you got to be pretty shit-faced by the time you get to the actual filming portion of these escapades.
Yeah. Some of these videos, not all of them, but some of them, there's at least double-digit beers involved. The most recent one would have been when I jumped my e-bike. Somebody gave me an electronic bike, and I jumped a human. He had a plywood over top of him and lit it on fire, and I jumped it, and I was pretty drunk. And I was going about 28 miles an hour downhill and never jumped anything in my life. I hit it. The bike breaks. I don't know how I didn't tear everything in my leg. My leg made a J and went sideways and strained my quad real bad. And I sprained my ankle severely. But luckily I didn't get hurt worse than that,
Yeah, you got to stick to the weightlifting shit. The weightlifting shit, you never get hurt. As long as there's 500 pounds involved, you're fucking fine. You go to a goddamn bicycle and you're in big trouble.
Yeah, no, I just need to stick to the weight room because usually I'm fine with any type of weights or balance shit. Yeah, it was
John,
fucking nuts.
It seems like he loved doing those stunts that he'd never done before and have no practice doing them, and he just gets on the stage and performs.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Right, yeah.
It's, you know, it is. It's just like fucking wrestling, man. You basically, you know who's going to fucking win, and you go out there and you just know a few different spots of what's going to happen. You go out there and you got to listen to the fucking crowd and entertain. Well, in your case, there's beer, there's weights. You got this X amount of minutes to make it really fucking entertaining in a video. It's kind of the same thing. It's all ad lib. You know what's supposed to happen, but what will happen and how do you make it work on the fly? It's fucking perfect. It's like a goddamn wrestling match, except for there's no opponent. It's the beer and the fucking barbell. I love it.
Yeah. No, my buddies that were there that day, I had about 10 of them when we did the jump, and they'll never forget that as long as they live. The pizza guy was there too. The pizza guy's there. We're like, hey, hold up, we got to make a video. What? And I remember he took his phone out, was recording, and once I landed, he thought I was dead or something. He got the hell out of there. He left immediately.
He didn't even help you?
No, and we're new to this area. I've only lived here for, I don't know now, 6 months or so. So, this is fucking
so your
crazy.
neighbors must just be in for a good time.
Well,
do they even realize?
Luckily, where I'm at right now is I have like no neighbors anywhere. The closest neighbors are through the woods behind me this way, and it's a whole family of mullets. The dad's got a mullet. He pulled up on his four-wheeler the first day I was here. I was out in the gym.
Did you say a family of mullets?
Everybody in their family's got mullets. Yeah, they live out in the woods behind me here. They're the only people around me in the 5-mile radius.
This is like Deliverance, brother. I fucking love it, man.
I know. I'm going to get these guys on film for sure. They could be superstars. Yeah, this guy pulls up drinking a Busch Light, and I tell him, I said, he's like, oh, what do you do? You know, because it's a pretty nice house and property. And I said, prison guard, and, I make money drinking beer. And when I said I make money drinking beer, the guy's head almost exploded. He's like, what? You make money drinking beer? I said, I get a kind of a big name on the internet. I do videos. I got an apparel company and a bunch of bullshit. So he's been fucking quizzing me all the time. And then his wife, I go over to see his wife. His wife had the biggest chew-in you've ever seen. She's got a mullet.
Oh,
the little kids got mullets.
Oh, dude.
Like, you guys are nuts.
Dude, you hear a banjo coming through the fucking woods, you know what's going on over there.
I know it. You hear it through the woods. When he's got that shop open way down there, I can hear it.
As long as
what's that scene in Deliverance where the guy he's like, what's that scene? I can't, but he's talking about another dude, and he's like, I like this part of what was. Oh my God.
That was the part. We're gonna listen to you squeal, boy.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, we're gonna listen to you squeal.
That's what he's talking about, the guy's mouth or something, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a pretty mouth.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy out here, brother. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, I
This
fucking
ain't
love
California out here, brother.
The other day he made. Listen, guys. The other day he made a comment on Instagram talking about, I'm not like those California guys, so I fucking called him out on Instagram. So what's wrong with California, brother? I'm from California.
I'm trying to write out a list of everything that's wrong with California. I'm gonna do a big, like how you do it in your right there where you're at. You know, you get out there. I'm gonna get out there, get the shirt off, get oiled up, and then I'm gonna do I'm gonna cut a promo on your ass. I haven't got it written out yet, but I wanted to do it before this came out, but I don't have time.
You just gotta. I'm telling you, all of my shit is just straight ad lib. You hit the fucking button, and you start talking, because that's when it's the best.
That's what I need, but I need a couple pointers. Like, I got to try to think before I cut, because I want this to be good. I'm going to say, this is for you, Jon Andersen.
Oh,
this
dude.
is your own hillbilly twisted brother.
Yes, that's it. You cut a fucking a hillbilly promo for me, and I'll come back and do a fucking West Coast one for you, and we'll have a little fucking hillbilly West Coast feud with the promos on Instagram. How's that sound?
But I always say the California guys because a lot of the industry is in California, and they're all, especially like LA area. It's so much different than the way we train out here or anything. So I always call all those guys out all the time. Just how I said the Cleveland sweat hogs, California sweat hogs out there. Let me show you what a real man looks like. Because I'm strong and you're weak. No one ever here wants to be like you're pathetic.
Well, dude, I mean, you're out in you're in these really cold environments, lifting monstrous fucking weights in like 35 degrees indoors. That's pretty fucking heavy. You don't find a lot of West Coast people with those type of
makes you tough. Yeah, makes you tough, man. I'm telling you, man, you go fucking travel for hours and come out here and start training. And, in my old shed, I didn't have even a heater out there. And I had a little space heater. It got up to maybe 30-some degrees that first winter. That was fucking rough. I'd have everything on, gloves, everything. I'd shoot a video. I'd take everything off, look like we're not cold. And then I get right back into my clothes again and finish my workout.
So that's why your nipples are always hard in these videos. Is that correct?
Oh, nipples are always hard, man. They're ready to go.
I love it. I love it. So, brother, like most athletes, obviously with what you do especially, there's injuries. You've had some. Oh, yeah. I know you've had some pretty major ones in terms of pec tears, but you've come back from. So my question is, myself included, many athletes end up getting injured and end up having painkiller issues due to the recovery process. Is this something that in the hillbilly world you just don't accept and you just stick to a bottle of vodka?
I'm taking about 35 Vicodin a night and I'm fine.
Oh my
God. No. Luckily, I've never had a problem with any of that stuff. I like to drink beer, and that's pretty much it. I don't know.
So when the doctor says, "Here, let me write you a prescription," you say, "Get that fucking California shit out of here. Give me a bottle of tequila."
So they gave me, like some strong shit, pretty much. I remember the first 2 nights I took it because I couldn't go to sleep as it hurt so bad. So I took, I didn't remember what it was, one of the major painkillers. And I was like, fuck this. I'd rather drink beer. So the 3rd night, I drank beer. And I didn't want to mix the beer with the painkillers. So I was like, well, I'm not taking painkillers no more. So that's how I got off painkillers just right off the bat. So I've never had a problem with any of that kind of stuff ever. My old man at a young age told me you don't need anything more than alcohol to have a good time. So that's how I've pretty much how I've always been.
That's cool, brother. Fuck, man. Anybody who's been on the wrong side of the fence to that pain med will be, will tell you it's no fucking fun. And to have the discipline to not deal with is the best way. Nick has been that way as well. Nick's one of those guys that deals with all the pain and no fucking. I don't think you drink booze for your pain, do you, Nick?
No, nothing.
Just fucking I just out, man.
I just deal with it. I mean, the only time I'll do something like that is if I'm on a plane and I need to get on a flight. Other than that, no, not at all. That's it. Just deal with it, gut it out, man through it. And
right.
The major pain only for me has only lasted 3 or 4 days anyway. Then as long as I don't move the body part much, it really doesn't hurt. And then after about a week, then I just start moving it to get blood flow and do things to increase the circulation to help it heal faster, and pain's not an issue anymore.
Yeah, same here. First couple days is the worst. Once you get past those first couple days, smooth sailing.
Yeah, after that.
I mean, every day you kind of feel like shit a little bit here and there, but that's normal.
Yeah.
You torn, forgive me, I know you did one side. Did you do both sides, like pec completely off the fucking, tendon off the bone?
Completely blew the first pec tendon off the bone at Mark Bell's gym 5 years ago. Eventually like 560 or 570. And
Talk us through that. What was happening? You were on the way up and it just fucking pow, or what happened?
Yes. I think a week or 2 or 3 weeks prior to that, I hit a 550 bench pretty easily. I go into the gym and it was Cinco de Mayo. So I did a Cinco de Mayo Day video at 525. I snorted a line of salt, squirted both limes in the eyes, fucking went nuts. And then bench 525 looked like an empty bar. So I go, let's go up. I want to hit, 560, I think it was, or 565. And didn't feel anything. I didn't feel like anything was going to happen and come in. Boom, right up the chest, right out of the hole, pop. Felt like I got struck by lightning. Done. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Because I heard injuries, muscle tears and tendons. A muscle tear, you can come back from it in a few months and it'll heal by itself. A tendon is like, oh, shit, you're fucked. So I was kind of hoping it wasn't. So I got really drunk after that. So I was real upset. So I started drinking. And they got me on the podcast. I probably had 20 beers in me by the time I got on that podcast. I went home. I went to Mark's house that night, got in his hot tub. And I remember getting in that hot tub, drinking beer, and my fucking pec cramped up so bad. It was already off the bone. Oh, that was one of the most painful things of all time. And the next morning, I went deadlifted 500 pounds with the torn pec tendon just for a video, 'Cause I didn't want to go out there and not give him content. So yeah, I flew home.
You tore your pec off.
So you didn't even think about surgery or anything. You wanted to right after that.
No, I didn't think about anything at the time. I was just trying to entertain. That was a rough flight home too. Drank for a couple days, did a bunch of crazy shit, and then flew home with a torn pec tendon. He had to reattach it to the bone. Which sucked was 2 weeks after that, I was supposed to have a tryout with the WWE. I had an invited tryout, which they saw me at the Arnold in March that year, and got all my info from Chris Bell, I guess. And they contacted me through an email. I thought it was fake. I'm sitting there and there's WWE shit. Hey, we want to invite you to invited tryout. We have 2 a year, blah, blah, blah. And it turned out to be true and legit. So I sent all my stuff away. I had a flight out there. Everything was done. And 2 weeks before going out there, I tore my pec tendon off the bone, and that was over. Because it took me 6 months just to be halfway normal again, and about a full year at least to come back to about 100% or so. So it kind of ruined that. And then every time I messaged them, it was pretty much over. Like, yeah, you're getting pretty old. We don't, They never contacted me again. That was like my only chance, I guess. But it was cool that they contacted me, but nothing happened. So that was my first pec tendon tear. And then most recently was here in 2020.
This is the other side, correct? The other side.
This is the opposite side, yeah.
Fuck.
I was just the COVID happened. Nobody knew what was going on. So I was training by myself, and my wife was spotting me. She's at our old house. She was in the garage fucking dragging ink for t-shirts, and I'd come out and have her spot me for my top sets. So she'd come out I had a shed then. So she'd have come out. The shed was like in the woods, so she'd walk through the snow or whatever out there.
I love it. And, everything's in the woods, dude. I love it. Everything's in the woods.
Yeah. So the last house, I had a shed in the woods. So it was a cool place too. But I'm benching, and I think it was 6 sets of 3 at 435. And my 7th set was for max reps. So I'd already done 6 sets of 3. Nothing, and I'm calling my buddy Cowboy Cam. I said, how many think I'm going to get? And he says 8. I said 10, you pussy. And I go out there in my head, I'm going to get 10. So I go out there and after the 2nd rep, right out of the hole again, boom, it went. And I knew immediately what it was. And I said, are you fucking kidding me? He said, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I didn't even know if I'd get in to get surgery because COVID's going on, all the shit they got going to hospitals. Now I'm real nervous, but I called the last doctor that did it last time, and they ended up getting me in about 16 days later and got it reattached again, the other one.
Was your recovery on the second one faster because you kind of knew what you were going through?
Well, I'm also older, but it was faster. I felt like I recovered quicker, and I did a lot more smarter rehab approach this time. I had another buddy who still trained Luol Deng he was a professional basketball player, and he had a pec tendon reattached too, and he trained him through that. So he kind of helped me with, the smart stuff, like how to do certain stretches and certain just bullshit stuff that I wouldn't know, stuff with the slide board and stuff with bands and shit like that. So it helped a lot. So I'd wake up at like 4:30 in the morning, because I didn't want this second pec tendon to beat me. So I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I do an hour rehab, which was boring as fuck. And then I go to work at a prison all day. And then I come home and I train the other side of my body or my legs or whatever. And I did that for 4 months, waking up at 4:30, rehabbing, working, and then training at night. So, and then still running a business on top of that. But it's definitely worth it. I no doubt in my mind I wasn't going to do it. I kind of like that more. It's almost like coming back to me is more fun than just being like every day out here, because it's like, God, I want to beat that motherfucker.
Yeah,
the progress you see, beat. Yeah, that's what it is.
Totally. Yeah,
totally progress every day. Just me like moving my arm like up to here one day. I'm like, oh, we're getting there, motherfucker. Then I'm up here and I'm up here.
Well, it's tough being.
I got weight in my hands. This arm's gonna grow.
It's tough being the big swinging dick all the time. Every once in a while, you got to take it off the fire.
Oh God, I know it. It's you go from bench pressing 500 some pounds to fucking can't do 5-pound dumbbells. Because that was kind of one of the things that knows if it's your tendon or not. So I went out there thinking maybe this tendon ain't off, because I still feel strong. My second time, maybe it's just the muscle. So I go out here and try to bench 145 pounds or something. I muscle through the motherfucker, hurt like hell. I videotaped it, and I go to the doctor. I'm like, I don't think it's torn. I think I'm good. I get the MRI. On my way home, they're like, yeah, it's completely reattached. You need it attached immediately, sir. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? So it was,
so it was totally detached, and you were benching. It was just your tricep pushing it up, yeah.
Yeah, this side of the tricep, I guess. Yeah, it was completely off the bone again. It was not only off the bone, but part of the muscle was off the tendon. They had to redo all that.
So your pec is over in your armpit, and you're still trying to bench press.
I'm still bench pressing in the myself. Yeah, that was crazy. And I still want it not to be the tendon again. That I went out there and did it, to prove myself that I could do it. It's not the tendon. It's the tendon. Fuck. It's two of them.
Jesus
I got
Christ,
more to give.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. The tendon's actually better, because I've torn the muscle in it, and the muscle never comes back all the way. When you do the tendon, you can still come back all the way. I mean, I was benching 635.
Your right pec, you can still see a chunk of your right pec gone. Yeah, Nick?
Oh, yeah. I got a nice divot in there.
It's a big divot, because
yep.
My buddy Cam had the same thing happen to him here recently, and he's got a big divot, and he recently switched to the under grip bench.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
taking a lot of stress off that pec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that under grip bench, it's a totally different set of stressors. It's a lot more tricep. For anybody's because I've done small little, never major pec tears, but ones that turn purple on both sides multiple times. And that underhand grip bench leaves that stuff alone. So that's definitely a good way to train the chest. When you got the
build
problem.
The chest, fuck the rest.
That's it.
Right, brother?
So you've been fucking cock strong from the fucking jump. So is it just because, give us a little understanding. Is it just because you've been training so long? Is it because you just got this fucking get it done hillbilly attitude? What the fuck is it that made you so strong right from the jump?
I think it's my genetics, my genes from the jump.
Is your dad really strong?
My dad's really strong. He's 6'2", 285 pounds. He's been strong his whole life. He was an animal, and my grandpa was the same way. I saw my grandpa like 75, 80 years old carrying like fridges. He never trained with weights, but I saw him carry like a fridge up a flight of stairs on his back.
By himself.
By himself. I was like 9 years old. I saw that. So just kind of the Finns have always been strong. My great uncle was the same way. You know, I see him do just crazy shit, just like farm strong, you know. I think it starts there, and then always I have it never missing training, always working hard, always training. Ever since I can remember being in high school, and I had the dungeon then. My dad had a gym. We called it the dungeon. It was a little garage, and I'd be in there training. I wouldn't even sometimes I wouldn't go out. I'd always train before I went out. If I did go out, I'd always train. Training always came first. Just like my drinking, I don't drink usually before I train. I would always get my training done and then drink or go out and hang out. But it's just always training. The only time I ever missed any training since I was 13 years old. So I don't even know how many years ago that is. A long time ago is when I'm so injured I can't move. That's the only time I miss any training. And as soon as I can move, I train something. So I think it's just, you know, always training, and I'm always eating.
What's your
my
diet
meals.
like? Talk to us about your diet.
So usually my diet, one thing I always track is my protein. I always try to get 250 to 300 grams of protein a day. I don't really track anything else. Try to eat more like a bodybuilder, at least through the week while I work. So if I'm working, why am I going to eat like shit? I might as well fucking eat great. That's how I always kind of thought of it. You know, I'm here, so I might as well eat good. So probably 85% I'm eating clean. 15% of the time I'm drinking beer and eat pizza. But you know, tons of meat, tons of rice. You know, today I've ate probably a pound and a half of steak with noodles. Had 10 eggs this morning, half a bag of potatoes. For breakfast, I had slop, which is this fucking rice shit, and protein powder. I call it slop. But every day it's pretty much the same thing. Just eat my meals and, you know, always training. Training always comes first.
Yeah. Yeah. Training it. I mean, for me, it's like Prozac, man. If I don't train, I'm a grumpy fucker. Is that how you are? That kind of.
Hell yeah. Same way with not eating. I mean, I have to have a routine. If I don't have that fucking routine, I'm going to go nuts. You know, I have to, like during the week, I wake up, I eat my breakfast. At a certain time at work, I eat this. At another time, I eat this. Come home, I do this. I eat a meal before I work out. I work out, you know. And if somebody throws a wrench in there, like my wife says, hey, we got to take the kids here. I'm like, hey, it's Thursday. Thursday's bench night. We can't do anything on Thursday. Fuck.
Let me ask you one question, Huck. You think the drinking has something to do with you getting injured so much? Because alcohol definitely, make the muscle itself dehydrated.
Right.
Like for example,
I don't know.
Bodybuilding. Whenever we're getting ready to get on stage, there's one trick that a lot of guys do is they take a shot of vodka or 2 shots of vodka before they step on stage to get them really, really dry. You know,
right.
Being that you drink so much beer, you think that has something to do with you, getting injured?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I have no idea. It could. If I didn't drink, I'm sure I would be even better or better than I was. But I love drinking beer. I love having a good time. I would never not do that. So I'd rather be dead than take away my weightlifting, my drinking, or my sex. If you take one of those 3 away, throw the fucking dirt on me right now, because I might as well be fucking dead, baby.
Dude, hillbilly heaven in the fucking woods with the things you love, it's fucking your set. Jesus Christ.
I got it made, man. I'm loving life right now, baby. Loving it.
Dude, once you retire from, sounds like your business is growing so well, you won't be working for the prison much longer. Then you'll never have to leave your fucking compound. Then you really got it made.
I know. I never want to leave the compound. I love it. I got everything I need here. I don't need to go out anywhere. The only reason I do go to my job still is because of, we got good benefits here in Illinois. And if I work 3 more years, my retirement is paid for the rest of my life. So it's kind of hard to step away from that right now. That retirement is so close to getting that insurance paid for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So
You're just buying all the time, man. Just buying all the time until
once
you don't
I'm there,
have to.
man, I'm fucking gone.
Yeah. Just building the compound up so when you do finally don't have to leave, it's that much better, baby.
Hell yeah. Exactly, brother. And I don't mind going to work. I love going to work, you know. I can't really talk about my job too much because you're not supposed to. You can get in trouble, you know. They always tell you that. But I love confrontation. I love fucking talking to people. I love shit like that. That's what, you know, my job's a lot of. So I like it a lot.
Are you on the extraction team?
I'm sure you got a lot of characters in there because I have a few buddies that are corrections officers. So also, and sometimes they tell me some stories. You can't make this shit up.
No, there's. I'm not on the extraction team because that's a long story, and I can't talk about that.
Tell us something. You know, you can tell us a story without really telling us a story. Tell us a story about something that happened that you weren't really a witness to, was something that you weren't there for. So you're really not talking about yourself.
I could tell you a story about a kid's first day that you know, never thought you'd see. You know, when you think about prison, you think about, you know, gangs and fights and, you know, stuff like that. I'm walking the gallery first day, and
what's the gallery? What's the gallery? You got to tell. What does the gallery mean?
The gallery is like the hallway of the prison. So you walk through a thing. There's a bunch of 50 cells. Looking to your left, looking to the right, to the outside. There's galleries stacked on top of each other. And I'm in a maximum security prison with the worst of the worst. And I go to the first cell I see. There's a guy with a plate of shit right in his hands. And so he goes, "You're not going to eat that, you pussy." And fucker eats the shit right in front of me. And I was like, what the fuck did I just get myself into? So I go out and I talk to the lieutenant. And the lieutenant goes, pretty quiet out there today, huh, Finn? I go, quiet? I just saw a guy eating his own fucking shit. What kind of place is this? And it was quiet because all the other stuff I saw after that, he was right. So it was a wild time there.
Oh my gosh.
That's fucking crazy, dude. That's crazy. Well, you wanted a place that's confrontational and lots of shit going on. I suppose working in a prison is going to fit that bill quite well.
Oh, yeah, big time, brother. But no, I've grown to like it. I love it. It's not for everybody. A lot of people don't like their job. I show up, like it says on my report, Officer Finn shows up with a smile on his face every day, no matter what. I'm there always smiling. Everybody else is like, you know, hates to be there, hates your life, like everybody. But I'm always there. I'm just happy to be here, motherfucker. Let's go. So, that's how I always treated every job I had. You know, if you don't, it's going to be a fucking long day.
Yeah, if you're going to fucking do it wide open, you know? Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. You know, I've done a lot of, you know, what did I do? I worked in I worked for a sewage department for my summer jobs when I was in college. I was like a glorified janitor at one point. Construction worker, you know, anything. And I always had a good time doing that shit. Yeah. And I'm having a lot better of a time doing this.
Yeah.
So in 3 years, when you retire from the prison, because you got all the benefits, which is great,
right.
Fucking killer shit, brother. What's going to be the plan then? Because now you're going to have all this fucking time on your hands in your hillbilly haven. God knows how many fucking people filming you. What can we expect coming out of Huck Finn Barbell in 3 fucking years when you got more time on your hands and you know what to do with?
Well, hopefully my business grows a lot by then. I can get out more. I can get out to meet more people, go to different places, get my product out to more people. You know, do anything, literally anything. Pick up, go here, go there. You know, there's events. I want to just travel places a lot. You know, I don't get to travel that much due to my work and all that. So build the brand. Just keep kicking ass. Just creating shit. You know, I got some shit that I'm coming out with the next few months that I created. I created this wrist wrap that nobody's ever seen before. It's fucking awesome. I cannot wait for it to come out. It's taken like 5 months to make. It's going to be called the Ultimate Wrist Wrap. And there's 2 things in this wrap that's never been done before. So I'm real excited for that. And,
is it like a place to hold a beer on the wrap? Is that it?
There's
cup
something
holder
on
on
the
your
wrap
wrap?
that
Got a beer holder.
you're kind of close.
The left hand, it's a can of beer. The right hand, it's a shot. Is that what we're looking at?
Yes, and it's gonna be something. So I got that coming out. I got apple pie moonshine pre-workout coming out this month. This stupid, crazy shit, stuff that I love, and then I can sell. Like this old flannel, I wear constantly. So everybody wants to know where to buy this flannel, so I just put my fucking symbol up here, and I'm going to sell the flannel. And people are going to buy it because they see me wearing it. So just stuff like that, stuff I wear, that I want to wear. I don't wear anything else except for the stuff I make. So I love stuff like that.
Somebody puts a flannel on, they believe they can fucking bench 500 pounds doing a beer bong. Jesus Christ.
Yes, I think that's completely true. Like I could be like Huck Finn. I'm going to do this. I get the Huck Finn cut T-shirt.
Your T-shirts come cut like that?
Oh yes. My wife specially cuts them like that. She's got some weird thing in that garage of hers, and she cuts them up to this exact thing that it has to be perfect. So, see, she's really smart. Yeah, she's got like multiple degrees and some stupid shit. She was a reading specialist, and we started making so much money with my business, she quit her job to run the business. And
you said she's a reading specialist?
Yeah, she has like a master's degree and all kinds of stuff. She's smart, so she's real good with the business side of things. I'm good acting like a fucking idiot, so we go well together.
I was going to say it's perfect. You guys, that's perfect. I mean, shit. A reading specialist for a wife. Hell, if I had one of those, maybe I would have learned to read all the way.
I'm up to a 5th grade reading level right now, so it's coming along, brother.
So the guy that couldn't get into college because he couldn't pass the test got himself a genius for a wife. That's fucking perfect.
Yeah, I know it. It is. So she learned how to screen print. She learned how to, I guess, handle the business, do all the finances, do all that shit. And I tried doing that screen printing stuff. I couldn't do it. I got ink all over me. Shit's getting everywhere. We had to throw away half the shit. So, she does everything in there. She was doing it out of our garage, and now she's got a real nice shop right next door to the gym here. So
nice. Yeah, I was going to say that headquarters you have, you call it what? Huck Finn Barbell Headquarters. That's a pretty big print setup you got in there. How many shirts are you pushing out a month, brother?
I have no idea. My wife would know all that. I have no idea. Fuck.
You just count the money when the month's over. That's all that's important to you, huh?
Yeah. I know we hit a good number for Black Friday. I know that.
Or have her count the money for you?
She has all the accounts. If something happened, I wouldn't know how to do anything. So I don't know how to get any account. I don't know how to do shit. I have cards that I swipe shit with. That's it. So she's got that big headquarters over there, and it's got a nice loft above it. It's real cool too.
You're talking about the headquarters just through the woods, right? The headquarters just through the woods.
Yeah, right.
Everything's through the woods, man. I fucking love it, dude.
It's awesome. You got that little trail that goes to the headquarters and up to the house there.
Oh, dude, I love it, dude. I love it. That's beautiful. So, Huck Finn, currently today, if you could go back 10 years, maybe 15 years, and you could get a time capsule and go back and see the younger Huck Finn, what would you tell? What advice would you give yourself?
Fuck, I don't even know. I never thought of that.
That's exactly why I asked you, brother.
Probably start competing. Yeah, probably start competing earlier. 15 years ago, shit, I'd have been like 25 or 24, 23. Maybe start competing earlier, not be, I don't know.
Well, if you started competing earlier, this whole thing would have developed, 5-10 years
faster.
Sooner.
Yeah. I'm fucking getting older now. So I guess start competing earlier. 39. I'm 39 now. My first competition, I think I was 30, around that age, 31. I don't even know. Somewhere around there.
Were you stronger at 25 than you were 30?
I could have been. I wasn't, because I didn't take it as serious as I did when I really started getting into competing and kind of just training smarter, or a little smarter than I would be then. You know, I'd go in there, I'd get drunker than hell on a Sunday night, then go Monday morning, I'd go bench, 450, 470 pounds, not thinking anything of it, not at all. Maybe just learning a little bit more, being a little smarter, getting into business more, because I don't know shit about shit. I kind of fell into the business. My old man was never a businessman. He was a construction worker. He'd come, to my football games and shit. He'd be covered in cement dust because he'd run jackhammer all day, and everybody else's dad would be dressed up. Old man Finn would be on the sidelines with a cut-off shirt on, covered in cement dust. So he never taught me anything about business, or I didn't even know you could start your own business. I didn't know nothing. So that would have helped. I mean, granted, he taught me how to bench press, and that's what started all this.
Yeah. Well, I guess he taught you what was really important then.
He did. Benching, drinking, everything he said, I pretty much put on a shirt too. Like he would say, okay, bye all the time. I put that on a shirt. Build the chest, fuck the rest. I put that on a shirt. Rise and shine, it's party time. He'd say that. Just a lot of shit he used to tell me when I was a kid. I would start putting it on the internet, and I'd put it on a shirt. So he's like, yeah, being an idiot, Tommy, finally paid off, huh? Oh, yeah, Pappy.
I mean, there's nothing better than monetizing yourself, and that's what you're doing, brother. I mean, that's the fucking dream right there. I mean, obviously 100%. It starts off for training and being crazy, and then it went into training, being crazy, getting drunk in the process. What's left? Fuck, what else could you add to the equation? It's dream, like you said, hillbilly fucking dream.
It is. I'm living like a blue collar dream, hillbilly dream right now. I got a gym, pretty much everything I ever wanted or needed in a 2,000 square foot barn gym. It's got heat in it. It's only at 50 right now. I got to crank it up when I work out here.
Are you getting soft on us, dude? What's up with 35 degrees? Shit.
I'm getting soft, brother. I got it at 52 right
Christ,
now.
Dude. You're supposed to be doing this at 35 degrees.
Hey, I have done it. I got to go back. I got to turn the heater off. God damn it.
You got to get soft, brother. You got to get soft,
And that's what my old man, when I was a kid, he kind of raised me that the same way, too. He would have an air conditioner for the animals. He'd put the air on in a certain room for the dogs. But we wouldn't go in there. He'd go, oh, no, you don't need that shit, Tommy. Or you're going to be a pussy. You think Gene Finn, which is my uncle or my grandpa, think they had air conditioning? Hell no. Those guys are tougher than hell. You don't need air conditioning, goddammit. That's for the dogs.
Yeah, I love it.
I'd sleep naked and sweat through everything.
Your dad sounds fucking hardcore, brother. I fucking love it. Was he also the creator of the shirt that you have that says "Suck my blue collar cock," which is a picture of a rooster? Was he the
Actually, that was actually my saying. My one buddy, Jack the homeless, who died, he when he came over one day, he was covered in like cement shit and everything, and he's out there deadlifting, came right off, pulled his Harley right into the shed, got off and started deadlifting in his jeans, everything, right from work. And I yelled, "Suck our blue collar cock!" And video, because it just made sense. And then I go, fuck, that's got to be a shirt right there. Suck my blue collar cock. So I wrote it down, and yeah, it was just after a video one day when we were in the shed.
I love it, bro.
Wow.
That's one of my favorites.
You're just fucking capturing the hillbilly essence of life on t-shirts. This is fucking great.
No, it is. It is. And I love events where I can go drink with my followers and everything. I have so much fun doing that. The last year and a half has been shit because, all this stuff's going on. But that was what I put on my page says, my goal is to drink a beer with all of my followers. That is still my goal. That is the best part, is meeting people, everywhere I go. Don't matter if I'm in fucking West Virginia, California, wherever, You know, I'll get recognized in a bar and people will buy me a beer. And I'm like, right here is worth it. Right here. Having a beer, somebody buy me a beer, it's the greatest thing ever. You're Huck Finn. Yeah, let's go. Let's drink some beer. So just hanging out, hearing other people's stories, drinking beer, and shit like that is fucking awesome. I love it. Like at the Arnold, the last time I had the booth, and my booth was like the Happy Gilmore booth. You know, people are having sex behind the booth. People are drinking beer. Fucking, we're the only booth playing hillbilly music. You know, just getting crazy. I had my own beer behind the booth. I'm peeing in the booth. It was wild, man. I got so intoxicated for those 4 days. I pretty much probably took 5 years off my life, but it was definitely worth it.
Yeah,
and it was a lot of fun.
So I got a question for you.
Go ahead, Nick. Go, please.
I got a question for you. Are you strictly a lager drinker, or do you drink other types of beer?
No, I just drink Miller Lite usually. I have drank the only IPA I think I've drank is Stone Cold Steve Austin's. I drank that at his house. I was on his podcast, and I got super drunk there.
That stuff's like 8%.
Yeah, because I'd come in, I was kind of drunk. Right, because I was like, I better have some beers, loosen up for this podcast. I drank about 6 Miller Lights, had a shot, went into his house, drank them through all of his IPA beer that he had there. Then my wife had a 6-pack of beer in her purse. She pulled that out.
In her purse. Did I hear that right? She had a 6-pack of beer in her purse.
Steve was very impressed by that when she pulled that 6-pack out and drank that. Then he dropped us off at a bar down the street. But that's the only time I drank any IPA, and I don't really like that. I drink vodka, Tito's vodka here or there, like this, Tito's.
Sure.
But I wasn't never into that other shit at all. No.
Yeah, it makes sense. I worked in the beer business for 18 years, so I know about it.
Hold on, you worked in the beer business and you don't even drink?
Yeah. I love the flavor of the beer. I love the work that goes into the beer and stuff like that. I enjoy the process and I like it, but in the end, the goals I want to accomplish, it's going to keep me from getting where I want to be. So I can still have fun without it. I do enjoy it. I enjoy the flavors and the work that goes into it and all the different types of things that it is, but I just don't drink that much.
I just enjoy the feeling. I don't enjoy the process or anything. I just enjoy the feeling you get out of it.
It's just two slightly different outlooks on goals. You know, your goals include the beer, his goals don't. It's not that far apart, you know.
No, I love the way it tastes. Don't get me wrong.
But I love it when it hits my mouth, when it hits my lips.
Well, that's another thing we got to talk about. I rarely see you open a goddamn beer and take a drink like a normal fucking person. You bite that motherfucker, I believe, and then drink it right out of the side of the can. Is that correct?
Yes, I like teen wolfing beers a lot, especially in public. You know, just throw it, chew it, and then squeeze it all in. That's a good way to start. Then you start opening the cans after that.
But when you actually bite through the can.
Fuck, I'm out of beer out here, damn it.
I was going to say, you got to give us one. You got one there? You can give us a demo?
In this fridge. All of it's in the shop. I have a fridge above me, but there's nothing in there. I got an empty can sitting next to it. That's usually stocked, too.
We'll get you next to you. We'll have you back on some down the road, and that'll be one of the things we want to see. How's that?
Oh, 100%, brother. I'm in. You know it.
Man, we gotta find you a beer sponsor, dude. Seriously, we gotta find you a beer sponsor. Is there any beer that you won't drink? You guys find me a beer sponsor,
I'll love you guys forever.
Is there any type of beer you won't drink?
Yeah, if it's a sponsored beer, I'm drinking it.
All right. I'm gonna look into that for you.
Hell yeah!
I know a few people.
Nick is the fucking man. If there's somebody who's got connections in beer, Nick is the fucking guy, you know? And anybody who can, I mean, how hard is that going to be to market, Nick? You're going to say, look, this guy can fucking bench press 500 pounds doing a fucking beer bong. I mean, any fucking beer executive on the planet, their eyebrows are going to fucking pop up.
It's genius, actually. It's genius. For them, on a marketing standpoint, it's genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I drink beer and I look good. Most people that drink beer, you know, most people that drink beer don't look like me. You know what I mean? So if they see a guy like me drinking, well, Huck Finn looks like this. I'm going to drink beer. I'm going to drink that beer. He's drinking it.
Exactly. Yep.
Dude, I fucking love it. That's the fucking best.
I'm
Brother,
definitely going to call some people.
You are a fucking creature of your own. That's what's so fucking great about this, man. You've just done it your fucking way, man. That's the bottom line. You know, I love some of these like fun promos that you'll cut on, you know, the nutritional gurus that say that you can't do this and you can't do that.
Oh, yeah.
Huck Finn drinks 50 fucking beers and bench presses 50 fucking sets or whatever it is.
Uh-huh. Yes. For all you fucking gurus out there. Let me tell you something, goddammit.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll drink 50 beers. I fucking bench 500 pounds. I don't listen to anybody. What hell? If I listen to people, they think, you know, after your first pec tenant, you wouldn't be able to bench 500. You won't be able to bench again or something, you know? That's what they tell you. Oh, you'd be lucky to bench, you know, 225 again. Oh, fuck you. I'm benching 500 pounds again within a year. Are you kidding me? I'll surpass that.
I love it. All right, so here's a question, brother. I know there's stunts that you have, they're moving around in your head, but you haven't quite put them into fruition. Give us a couple of those ideas that we haven't seen yet, that we're going to see.
Light myself on fire. Light myself on fire. I got a connection with a guy who knows a guy in Hollywood that does the stunt shit, and he's got a fire guy that could come out. He lives in Chicago, and he can put the gel on me because you have to have a certain, you have to have a.
Brother, this is your fucking beer commercial right here. Don't fucking, you got to just save this for the fucking sponsorship.
So I was gonna get the man thong, cover myself in that shit, have a chick, like a couple chicks, 2 chicks with bikinis on. One of them light me up, and then I'm gonna overhead press like 300 pounds above my head while they're roasting marshmallows while my body's on fire. That's been a goal of mine for like the last year. I've been trying to get it done. So that one is a huge one.
Yeah, that's gonna fucking make a stir, bro. You know?
Yes, I know it.
When you're fishing for this beer sponsor, you just tell him that he's got the plans for this thing, but he just needs the resources. Fucking damn, there's the contract right there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, nobody's lit themselves on fire. Then people roast marshmallows off of them, right? Then fucking pour beer all over me, and like the fucking fire goes out. Boom! There's a commercial.
Jesus Christ! With 300 pounds overhead to boot.
Yes. Well, you have to be doing something completely a crazy amount of weight as well. So you're doing a feat of strength at the same time you're lit on fire. It can't just be getting lit on fire. Anybody can do that, right? Just like anybody can do a beer bong 200-pound bench press, but nobody do a 500-pound beer bong bench press like that.
For sure, they could do it once.
Yes.
They could do it once for sure.
One take. Yeah, it's over. That's true.
They might not be able to do it again.
Yeah, they're done after that. Not try this at home.
How many beers are you going to drink?
He's got a crazy disclaimer for that one.
Oh,
yeah. Very.
Oh my God.
Don't do this at home.
Yeah.
Right.
How many beers is it going to take you to put in the mood to light yourself on fire?
Ah, geez, I'll do that without any beer. You know, I'm ready to go right now. If I had the resource, like I said, you have to have a special license to get the gel or something. And this guy, I guess, is the best they have. I got his name in my phone, and I've been going back and forth with this guy. I just can't get a date, get our times correct. But that's definitely a video that I've been working on for over a year, trying to do it. Well, I got hurt and everything, but that's one that I got to do.
What's the next one down the totem pole?
How to do that. Right.
What's the next one down the totem pole besides lighting yourself on fire? What's the next one down?
Jumping out of this barn. I really want to jump out of the barn while one of my buddies is bench pressing on a table. There's a loft above it. That's about 20 feet, maybe 25, up in the air.
Jump off it, land on a fucking table?
Yeah. Well, my buddy's bench pressing. I'm going to jump out of it. We talked about it this summer. We're kind of setting it up. So, I was just going to do like a Macho Man elbow drop out of it. Table, go through the table, go through him, go through the weights.
Oh, so your buddy is on the table bench pressing?
Yeah. He'll be on a table, a big, the plastic tables,
Yeah.
bench pressing. And then I got a above me, there's a big loft with a big garage door on the loft. So I can come out of there, elbow drop them about 20 feet up in the air, right through the table.
And
that's
you've got a friend that's agreeing to do this.
That's the problem. It's very I gotta find the right idiot, maybe, I don't know. Once I get the right guy, we're going to do it.
That's the problem.
Yeah. That's why I haven't been done yet.
That's the best thing ever. That's the problem.
That's the one-liner of the fucking show right there. Oh, my God.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry. That was just too funny.
You gotta find somebody as crazy as he is.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No shit.
Crazier.
Oh my.
I'm thinking Jon Andersen's going to do it when he comes out here.
I'll be, listen, you want me involved in that stuff, I'll be much happier to the guy fucking jumping out of the fucking 20-foot fucking door up top. I'm not fucking laying down there bench pressing with somebody coming fucking barreling down 20 feet fucking hit me with an elbow drop. Fuck. You know, I had a wrestling career, so I know which part of this equation you want to be on.
Oh, yeah.
You want to be on the part that's going down, not the part that's the landing pad.
The guy at the table's going to take all of it. I got some best friends, so I'll find one soon.
Well, you got that buddy, you got that one guy that you use. I think you call him Tank. He's about as round as he is tall. He's the perfect fucking guy because you hit him, you're safe.
Well, I almost decapitated one time about a year and a half ago. I stood on his stomach and the weights flew off and almost hit him in the head. That would have been real bad.
Dude, I saw that and I remember I remember thinking you had some weight overhead and I'm thinking he's not going to be able to stand on top of this round motherfucker with nothing in his hands, let alone something overhead. Your feet went out, and I thought this fucking guy's going to die. Because how much weight was it?
I think it was either 185 or 225.
Yes.
I can't remember. I think it was 225 pounds. I remember when I posted it, my wife got very upset and wanted me to take it down. And I said, why do you want me to take this down? She's like, he almost died. I said, well, this is golden video. If you want me to take down a video, it's going to be a great video. So that was like one time she wanted me to take a video down because she usually never tells me anything, whatever, she knows I'm an idiot and everything. But the other time video she got a little nervous about, and my buddy got nervous about. I told him, I said, I got a cinder block. I'm going to put it on my head, and I want you to take a sledgehammer and shatter it over my head, and then I'll bench press, a bunch of weight. So I get the cinder block. I'm all ready. I pick it up. I put it on my head, and my buddy didn't want to do it. I said, and he's nuts. I said, well, if you don't want to do it, it's going to be an awesome video. You've never told me not to do any video. So he goes, well, if you're going to do it, you got to wear a mouth guard. So he gives me an old wrist wrap and sticks it in my mouth. So I stick the wrist wrap in my mouth. I'm holding on to the cinder block, and he shattered the cinder block over my head, luckily, because I bit myself when he hit me. Luckily, I had that little fake mouth guard in there. And, then I bench pressed something, and that was a very good video. It was crazy as fuck, too.
Talk to us about the video that Instagram thought you were masturbating in.
Oh, yeah. Well, Instagram, I can't do anything with Instagram taking my shit down all the time.
They thought you were jerking off, and then you make the follow-up that really looked like you're jerking off. That's the fucking best part.
Yeah, I'm not jerking Instagram. I am not jerking off. Like I was over here just doing pull-ups the other day, and I said, training to beat the Russians. It's from Rocky. They take it down and say, I'm inciting violence. I'm inciting violence from doing pull-ups? Are you fucking kidding me? They take my shit down all the time. They try to shadow ban me and all. They always try to tell me what to do. It's just so weird. I don't think I'm ever, mean or anything to anybody on there. And they try to tell me, remember there's another person on the other end of this fucking app and shit, whatever. I said, why do you have to tell me what to say? I've done thousands and thousands of direct messages where I help people. I help them with training or any advice they have. I always help everybody. But then Instagram, I don't know what they're doing. They come in and like try to tell me what to do, take down my videos for inciting violence or doing pull-ups. I just don't get it. I don't know.
What was the video? Because you made I saw the follow-up video you did. Because basically you said Instagram thought it was sexual content. It was cream. You were using, I think it was Herb Strong. I use them too. And so you made it. And Nick, that's one of your sponsors also. Great product, by the way. Yeah, amazing. So I didn't see the original video. You made a video that they thought was masturbating, but then you made a follow-up that looked truly like you were masturbating. Did they take that one down too?
Oh, fuck. I don't remember. I know what you're talking about. I was rubbing it on my inner thigh because I had fucking strained my groin real bad. So I'm rubbing it, and then I fucking turn it around, and I'm like, see, Instagram, I am not masturbating. I'm fucking applying cream to my thigh. So, yeah, it's fucking crazy, man.
And then about the last 5 seconds of the video, you tipped your head back and made quite a face like you were fucking getting off. That was the fucking best part right there.
And that's why I love entertaining. That's the good part about the platform.
I love it.
Just being creative, coming up with dumb shit, and making people laugh.
Oh, I love it, dude. I fucking love it. Well, brother, we've had you on a long time. We appreciate your time. I know you're going to train, but before we go, I want to ask you, you've done a lot. You've inspired a lot of people. You've entertained a lot of people. Other than drinking beer while lifting weights, what do you want to be remembered? What is Huck Finn going to be remembered for? What is it? What legacy do you want to leave behind?
Being one crazy son of a bitch. That's what it's going to say on my tombstone. Here lies one crazy son of a bitch. I've already told my wife, if she outlives me, that my funeral, I want people to be naked at it. It's a clothing optional funeral. I want them to have a good time and drink beer. And I don't give a shit. Whatever happens, happens, baby.
Oh, I don't know how we could have expected any different answer. That was beautiful, brother.
I would absolutely have to say you've accomplished that goal for sure. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that you have not achieved that goal.
Yes. He's going to keep achieving that motherfucker. Keep going.
I know right now my stomach hurts from laughing so hard. So, yeah, you got that one covered too.
Oh, hell
Getting a good ab workout.
Yes.
Well, we're going to definitely have you on again down the road, brother. This was a great experience. A lot of fun. I'm sure the listeners are going to have a great time. Before we get rolling, Nick and Ak, do you have anything for Huck before we close this baby down?
No, man, it was just a pleasure, listening to all these stories, and just continue doing what you're doing, man. Your brand is growing, just keep doing what you're doing. People loving it.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun, and I wish nothing but the best for you and success on everything that you're doing. This was a lot of fun.
Nick.
No worries.
I met Nick, I think in person only one time. I think I met you at the LA Fit Expo a few years back.
Yeah, this is a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good stuff.
Yeah, you keep kicking ass. You're fucking an old man and lifting like a motherfucker. So hopefully when I get that age, I'm still kicking ass.
Yeah, you got 14 years to catch up, so you'll get there.
Yeah.
I love it.
And find me that beer sponsorship too.
I'm gonna make some phone calls. Awesome. I know a few executives I'll call. We'll see. I don't know what'll happen, but at least I'll ask. So
thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Well, brother, no problem. Hopefully by the time we have you back on next, you'll be a Miller Lite sponsored athlete.
Oh yes, that's what we need. I just saw Miller Lite's got these new what do they call those? What do you put on your tree? An ornament. They got ornament beers. I need an ornament beer. God damn it.
I love it. Well, shit, we could go on laughing all fucking night, but I know you got to get training, brother. Want to thank you for your time. We'll definitely have you come back on again at some point because shit, I think everybody that's watched this is going to want to have another 90-minute laugh down the road. Good fucking shit.
Anytime you guys need me, you know where I'm at, brother. And you got to come over sometime.
Yeah, we're gonna trade like we talked. I got a compound where I don't ever really leave in California. You come out to the West Coast, experience it out here, and I'll come to Hillbilly Haven and we'll do some fun shit. How's that sound?
Well, I want to come out there to your bar and use it. That nobody uses that bar. Well, I guarantee I'll use it.
Yeah, but well, it's fuck, man. I'll tell you, it's just a fucking seats 12 fucking people. I'm a guy. I don't even fucking drink, man. So we got to put some use to it.
I'll put some use to it, brother. You know I will.
Right on, Huck. Thank you very much, man. We appreciate your time and keep doing what you're doing. You're entertaining with the best of them, and we appreciate you coming on the show. That's another edition of Legends of Iron, everyone. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Legends of Iron is brought to you by MuscleMeds, the creator of Nitro Tests. Nitro Test is hands down the most fucking kick-ass pre-workout on the market. If you fucking want some, come fucking get some. Can you handle it?